What's going on, everybody? This Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to Tuesday night. Tuesday night Gordo Torta. All right. We got a great show for you today, but you in here with the Bruce Wayne it is ish, the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth, yours truly, the Notorious One, a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Thomas, and you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy, but you can call me CGA, C God Allah. I'm the 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. We got a great show for you today. Peering over my shoulder is me, all right? I'm supposed to move up. Maybe we'll on the commercial break, we'll move that painting up. This show today, Not My Girl, why men are so damn stupid when it comes to men giving them advice about women. Well, not stupid, but why are men so foolish when it comes to getting played by women? We have, and the reason for this show, there's always a reason for this show. It's not just, not my girl. It's not me just talking about this. We talked about the young brother DDG. And if you guys follow me on my evening show, DDG is a YouTuber and a streamer. He is going through a custody dispute with his baby mama, Haley Bailey. And DDG has been taking some advice over Al Gore's internet about what he should do about him being alienated from his child. Many people are telling him to take that bitch to court and that she is disrespecting him in numerous ways, and he's trying to play the hope strategy that they can come to some sort of parenting agreement after the fact. Okay? But as we know, women negotiating with terrorists is never a good idea. And so he's foolishly going about the world telling people, I don't want to take her to court because her feelings are going to get hurt. And she's going to hurt her finger. And she bonked her head, and she's not going to be happy if I take her to court. Now, here's the crazy thing about it. He was warned by a man named Blueface, of all people. That man has been traumatized, and he's probably committed a lot of trauma against that one toothless woman with the thick, that toothless red bone that he's with, that crazy crank. All right, but Blueface warned him 3 years ago. 3 years prior to this day, where he's dealing with baby mama drama, Blueface warned him, and he's a rapper. I think he's a Crip. He warned DDG about this very thing. And what did DDG say? Not my girl, nigga. He literally said, not my girl. All right, my girl would never do that to me. All right, and what a fool believes he sees. No wise man has the power dun, 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 to reason away. Hey, he said, what seems to be is always better than nothing. Did nothing at all. This ninja said, not my girl. She'd never do that to me. And look at his ass now. Yes, your girl can do this to you. Why? Because she has these things available to her to do to you. See, it's already built in the relationship. It's already baked into the cake. And you're surprised that these ingredients are going to be used against you. Yes, your motherfucking girl can get you just like that.
Gotcha, bitch.
We're going to talk about that. And we also have David Banner leaving the black community. Yes, David Banner. You might not know who David Banner is. He's not David Banner from the old Incredible Hulk series. He's not Bruce Banner or David Banner or David Bruce Banner or Bruce David Banner. All right, he's David Banner. He's David Banner. If you ever have a Chevy with the candy-fied dog, stunting is a habit. Get like me. All right, he put out a couple albums. He was, I don't know, I actually he's a one-hit wonder. I'd never heard any other songs by him. But David Banner went on a pro-black tirade. All right, for a long time. You know, every now and then a black man will get educated and start reading books. Start saying Thomas Jefferson raped Sally Hemings despite them having 6 children. That's a hell of a grape. All right, that's a hell of a grape. You start reading books and you get knowledge of self. You start keeping the wealth. And so what happens is you start as a black man, you start learning your real history of the United States of America. And you start looking at this place as the home of the free or the home of the thief and the home of the slave. All right. And so you go on your pro-black mission and you start rescuing the community. So you come up with ideas, you know, now that I have money, I have the answers for the black people. And then you start trying to give answers to Negroes. All right. Plantation Negroes. And you're like, all right. You know what we can do is we can just redistribute the wealth. We can plant crops in this little community garden here. And we can sell beans and we can sell bean pies and final calls. And we can clean the men up and we can get this city organized. I think he is from Atlanta. And he was a very hopeful pro-black. And like most pro-blacks, they don't want to see the negative side. Well, that's the white man's statistics. We have the most educated women statistically. All right. We have good people here. We have pieces that we can put together. And so he started to come up with his idea on how to improve the community, one step daddy at a time, only to realize, oh, he from Mississippi? Oh, he is from the SIP. Yeah, you're right about that. Only to realize it is a futile effort. The community is dead. All right. Yes, it is. And you're going to hear from one of your favorite pro-blacks right here. Pro-black is throwing in the towel on the black community. Yes, he is. Not a surprise. Not a surprise because I threw in the towel like 30 years ago. I saw that shit was, oh, the ship is sinking. So we're going to hear from that. All right. We're going to hear from that. David Banner throwing in the towel on the community. All right. It's dead. All right. Black community is dead. All right. Yes, indeed. It just be learning the hard way. The black community is not to be saved. All right. There's no fucking saving it. All right. So don't waste your time. What your job is to get the fuck out of there. No, do not come back with any answers. Them niggas don't want it. They want to drink malt brew. They want to drink Hennessy and eat chicken wings. And that's what they want to do. And they want to eat lobster and shrimp. All right, that's what they want to do. Nobody wants to be saved in there. They want to play dice and dominoes and spades. They don't want to be disrupted about going to work and bettering the community. They want to shoot each other. They want to create motherfucking demon spawns and pookies. That's what they want to do. All right. They don't want no help. They want the answers on how to get rich, but they ain't going to lift a fucking finger. I ain't here to do no work. And don't be mad at me, nigga. You got a pro-black out here throwing in the towel. Kids want to make babies out of wedlock. You know what I mean? They want to fuck all day. They want to wake up with the sole purpose of busting a nut. All right. That's what the young boys want to do. They want to eat snow crab for lunch, snow crab for dinner, scrimp for dinner, Hennessy and chicken wings, and motherfucking malt brew. They want to be gangster rappers. They don't want to be hanging out at the park. They want to live in life up on the corner, slinging rocks and smoking weed. All right, that's what they want to do. They want to be YouTubers by doing 2 streams a month. They want the money easy, man. They want to get it out the mud. All right. And they always hungry out here.
I'm always hungry.
All right, they want the white man to save them. That's what they want. They don't want Negroes to save them. But we're going to talk about that later on. To contribute to today's show, $, the Notorious CGA on the Cash App, Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV. PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking the links on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. Yeah.
New world order.
All right, let me see what's going on over here. Let's see if we can get some brothers in there. David Banner throwing in the towel on the black community. Hey, man, y'all had one. But he's gone. Shout out to our brother, no government name. He says, congrats to CGA Jr., but please consider announcing where he will be attending college. Please announce, reconsider. Or remember, there are haters in the chat with ill intentions who may try to get at you through him. Not to mention, you're still on the government shit list. Security first. All the best. Yes, indeed. It could be possible that this could be a lost leader. All right, but I understand what you're saying. Well, please reconsider. It's already done. But yeah, we got the protection for the connection going on here. 100%.
New world order.
100%. It's already over. It's all right. So anyway, yes, the haters being here, crazy haters. All right, what's going on with the Cash App? My internet went out. All right, you just said that. It's already done. Okay, there it is right there. What are we doing here? We got some others out here. Yep, there's haters in my realm. They're on the phone. They're on the phone right now. All right, they're making calls right now. 100%. All right, yeah, there's some people out here that are looking for ill will. He says, but Negroes don't know how to get to Eugene, Oregon. They'll have to figure that out. 100%. All right, what are we doing here? We don't have any other super chats. We know that. All right, what are we doing here? Oh, we also have a white woman.
Where the white women at?
We have a white woman exposing white women today.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Wait till you see that. How many videos do we have? And we have a CEO, Nigga, who is wanting you to lean in and not be against the Me Too movement. Apparently, she had a young piece of calico. Was this a woman here? A woman here. Apparently, she was in these streets. All right. Her name is Cheryl Sandberg. Cheryl Sandberg.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
All right. Cheryl Sandberg. Yeah, that's what it is. Apparently, she spent $13,000 on lingerie draws during a European trip and told the aide to come to bed on a private jet. All right. Me Too.
Oh, the humanity.
Me Too aims its ugly wrath at Cheryl Sandberg. I actually used to play clips about Cheryl Sandberg, who, she was upset about the Me Too movement and saying men were not mentoring women on the job. And then they came at #lean-in. All right, you men, your job is to mentor these women. You shouldn't be afraid of a Me Too. Now she's getting a Me Too. Buying lingerie draws like crazy. All right, somebody's writing in a book, and it's a muskrat writing it. All right, so what do we got here? Let's get into it. Doom and Gloom CGA. Let's go. Doom and Gloom CGA. Brought to you by the... All right, Doom and Gloom CGA. We got David Banner. All right, David Banner, man. Shout out to the black community, man. I mean, it's, you do feel bad for a group of people that, seemingly for many, many years can't really get it together. Shout out to my favorite Pro Blacks, Dr. Thunder in the building. All right, where's Dr. Thunder? Are you listening to me, sir? All right. I feel bad for people like these people, man. They really just, most of these guys are Gen Xers, they're boomers, and they just late to the game. You know what I mean? They all want to rise up together, and we shall overcome, and each one teach one, and, these type of things, and saving the community one stepdaddy at a time. We got to stop the violence. We got to stop shooting each other. You know what I mean? We got to stop this senseless violence. 48 years later. 50 years later, y'all saw the gangs running around the street. What do you think that was going to happen? Somebody was going to shoot each other. It was bound to happen. You saw these YNs. YNs don't care. All right. But here it is right here. This is David Banner. For the white people, he was a former rapper. I think he probably still raps. He says, I don't want to be an OG in the black community. Oh. He says, we don't take care of our elders in the black community, and says, we are addicted to people that treat us like white people treat us. Oh, my.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, man. I feel bad for the pro blacks. This is one of your favorites, all right? This is one of your guys. You know what I mean? This is like Farrakhan stepping down from the black community, man. All right, so let's hear what he's got to say here. Also consider Nipsey Hussle was killed by his own people, and Malcolm X and not Martin Luther King, but yeah, well, that's neither here nor there. Let's hear what he has to say.
But you know what, too, man, David Banner, you're one of those voices that we trust. Yeah. And you're one of those people, man. And, you know, I know sometimes the weight can be heavy, but there's a few that we just like, man, okay, Banner got it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Banner got it. And when you speak, you're not just speaking for you, you speak for us. Yeah. And we trust your word. Killer Mike is another one that I like. When he speak, I'm like, all right, yeah, Mike got us. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something about that big boy really quick. Mm-hmm. It's important to me, bro. You got me over here choking up a little bit. All right, I was in a debate one time, and I asked a group of black people, I said, do you all think I'm the antithesis of Trump? And they said, yes, we do. I said, then why don't you all take care of me like white people take care of Trump? I'm not the antithesis, because if I was, you would love me better. We don't know. We are addicted to people that treat us like white people treat us. Think about most of the entertainers, the one that treat us like dogs and tell us that they come into town to have sex with our wives, that's the one that we love the most. We don't really treat the real people. Like you said Killer Mike name, right? Mm-hmm. Most people don't know this, but you know how long Killer Mike been trying.
Yeah, man.
Killer Mike went somewhere else, and people don't even know why Killer Mike is popular.
Right.
They don't really know his real group. Right?
Yeah, man.
Right? So now we should be thankful that he came back, because he didn't have to. The problem is we don't really take baby like OG. Don't call me your OG, because you don't take care of your OGs. I don't want to be an OG in the black community, because we don't take care of our elders. We don't take care of our leaders. We really be sitting around like TV waiting on them to die. I'm not going to die. I'm going to be successful, because big boy, I never thought about it. I don't have children. I don't have a wife. And I was, you know me, at one time I was willing to die and give everything for my community. For what? Look at Malcolm's family. Look at Martin's family. So if I'm your OG and you love me, don't talk about it. I wasn't even gonna say this, but I'm gonna say it now. I went and called 4 of my friends and said, have y'all seen Family Business? As popular as the show is, we hadn't come out of the top 10 of Amazon since we was on there. They're like, no, bro, I ain't seen it yet, huh? But you the first one to benefit off of my success, but you don't even consume it.
But you know what?
Oh, no. Oh, no, sir.
Oh, the humanity.
Well, sounds like he wants some.
Where the white women at?
All right. Hey, David Banner, I got some white women for you, sir. I think that might be what you need. All right, he turned his back on the black community. I don't want to be an OG. I don't want to be an elder. You don't treat me right. You don't watch my television show. All right. I didn't know he had a television show, but I know what he's talking about, because you put all this effort out and people, they don't support you. I mean, listen, it is what it is. They don't support you. They don't watch your shit, and you put your neck out on the line. I get it. You put your neck out on the line, and you're like, I'm putting my neck out on the line. I'm putting my name, my image and likeness, and I'm standing up for you, and nothing. All right. You don't help me out, but you got your paw out. Okay. You got your paw out waiting for me to do something for you, ready for me to give you the residuals, ready for me. Remember that black communist woman that said, you know, these guys are charging us for information that they should be readily giving us. As if there's not enough free information on the internet. All right. There's enough free information from the internet for you to make 100K, right? There's plenty of information. All right. And the people that are selling to it, they're selling to the people because the people who buy are typically the people who are going to make good use of it, not just with the free information. In fact, if everybody had the same free information, wouldn't everybody be as successful? All right. No, I mean, that's not the case. There's people that are just going to be 80% of the people will have the information and do nothing with it. So it would be better to sell it. to the people who are willing to buy it. But yeah, that's where he's at right there. And I feel bad for the black community because, I don't know if he kissed the nanny goat. I don't know what's going on with him. But he was an ally, and now he's saying y'all could go kick rocks. Okay? Y'all could go kick rocks. All right? Y'all not supporting my music, supporting my acting career, and you want me to do this. It's a futile effort. It's an effort. It's not even worth it in the end. So the goal is to get out. The whole goal is to get out, not to actually lift and uplift. He even mentioned Killer Mike. Killer Mike also was another rapper turned activist. And, he mentioned he's been trying for years. How long has he been trying? 15 years. And what has come from it? Like, can you name anything positive that has come from it that everybody's experienced? I mean, there's not even any shining moments that has become positively. So it's been a waste. He feels like he's been wasting his time and talent, or at least his money, energy, attention, and time. And he needs to focus on the people who are successful, because at the end of the day, those are the people who are going to contribute back to you and you to them. I want to see the comments related to this particular thing, because this was on Instagram. This is on Instagram. I got nothing but facts. I have wow. Okay, so that's wow. That's nothing. Okay. All right, this person breaks down a lot here, so I'm not going to read it. And people are saying David Banner been a real one. He said, indeed, elders' respect has waned. Okay. I will never understand why we are our own enemies against each other. It makes no sense. So there it is right there. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's in support of what David's saying or against him. I can't really get that real quick. And real is rare. It's sad we got middle child syndrome. Okay. People seem to support his message right there. That part. All right. That part. And he's not the antithesis of Trump at all. I understand what he's saying there, why people would disagree with that. But, you're really picking David Banner. Facts. Wasted my whole life on us. Now it's about me. Okay. People seem to support this. He's not lying. Okay. There you go right here. Y'all got to stop whining. Everybody ain't going to appreciate you. Okay. We're whining here. Nothing but facts spoken. Stockholm syndrome is real. 400 plus years of being abused and got us in a chokehold. And it's almost no recovery. I was talking to a brother out in Brazil, and I think he was a brother from Chicago. And he was saying that once you travel as a melanated man from America, shout out to the black men in America, y'all. Once you travel, you will realize how mentally shackled we are. And it's not until you travel. You got to go to places like Brazil. And yes, there's kind of racism everywhere. You're always going to deal with it. And people have their own versions of racism that they deal with that doesn't even include us. I think we're being prejudiced when we go to other places. They're prejudging us, which is a form of racism. But they have their own racial strife that doesn't include us as well historically. But when you go, you realize how messed up in the brain the American black person is. Okay. And people are saying Stockholm syndrome. People are messed up. I mean, you cannot have that type of savagery in treating of people for almost 300 years. You cannot have that type of system and it go away and then everybody returns to normal. And it hasn't been very long. We're talking about 160 years of so-called freedom. Yeah, it doesn't go away overnight. We're really 5 generations, 6 generations removed from that type of thing. And people still in the South, they're a little less progressive with this. So yeah, man, it's bad. And when you travel, you will figure it out that you're messed up in the head. And that includes me too. That includes me. He said, the white man ain't worried about y'all. Trust me, for real. They don't have to. They certainly don't have to be. But I think a lot of people do have this insecurity that their race is always going to be come into play and factor. And it's sad that you don't grow out of it. And it always will be. But dude, if you worry about that every day. All right. If you worry about that every day, yeah, it's going to be bad news. So a lot of people worry about that all the time, but it's because of ignorance, and ignorance is not a pejorative. It is just that you don't have information. You don't have knowledge, or you don't have experience or access. That makes you ignorant. And then thus you become ignorant. You become ignorant and act ignorant. So consider that in your own pursuits. Yeah, I guess that's doom and gloom CGA. Okay, that's doom and gloom CGA. Shout out to our brother Terry. Terry said we're 30 years behind down here. If you've never traveled the United States of America, America is a great place to travel. You guys don't realize how privileged we are in America to have the United States. All right, it's basically all these countries together on the continental United States, all together as one, the United States. So the United States is great because geographically we have so many great places, great climates. And we get focused on traveling internationally, mostly to impress people. But America's a great place to be. I've been to 49 of the 50 states. I've been to every major city except for Jacksonville. And Jacksonville has a lot of population there, but I haven't been there. But I've been in and around Florida, many places. One thing that I'm going to have to say here, and I lived in almost every region. I lived in the South, the Northeast, the Midwest, the desert, the West Coast, and the mountain region. All right, I've lived in every time zone. But one thing that I'm going to say is, yes, I've been to Catalina Island. Yes, I've been to Catalina. One thing that I'm going to say, man, the South is behind, bro. The South is in another century. The South is in another century. They are not in 2025. They are somewhere around in 1996, all right? Barely in the millennium. They ain't even in the millennium. And I know people that don't travel, you will tend to disagree. The South is, I don't know where the fuck they are at. They are not in current times. They are somewhere progressively. And when I say they, we're talking about the majority. Okay, we're not talking about some. We have technology. We have advancement. I'm pretty sure that you do. Somewhere around, the University of Mississippi. I'm pretty sure there's some advanced people over there in Oxford. I'm pretty sure if you go to some universities, they are pretty much advanced. But the South, Shreveport in 1989, you are not lying. The South is not even in the 2000s yet. Them motherfucker jackasses are way back there. They in another calendar. They're stuck out there, bro. And the way they do things, I think it's the humidity. Because you can't cut through all that fucking humility in Hammond, Louisiana and shit. You can't cut through it. They are back there. Like, if you see everything they're doing, that's why we call them Bamas. If you see what the South is doing, they're doing shit like gold teeth. You know what I mean? Like, gold teeth is still in. Like, gold teeth? Gold motherfucking teeth? Like, y'all still rocking gold teeth and shit. All right. Okay, I thought we was over that in like 1987. But apparently, Ninjas is like, I got my gold teeth. I'm going to show them off. Bitches wearing Jerry curls. All right. Drinking moonshine. The whole South, bruh. It is back there. I think it's the molasses. I don't know what the fuck it is. The white lightning. They driving old cutlasses and shit. Still cutlasses. All right. Right here. Anyway, yo, they are motherfucking behind schedule. You waiting on them like, y'all gonna catch up? The South shall rise again. Dixie shall rise again. They waiting for the South to rise again. They're waiting for the motherfucking Confederate flag to pop back up. Hey, by the way, the Confederate flag was just banned. What was that? Florida or South Carolina in 2016, nigga. The Confederate flag was flying in the South. Hold on for a second. Last state to ban the Confederate flag. This is how fucking backwards they are. All right, where was the last flag? 2020. 2020. 2020. All right, hold on for a second. 2020 July, the U.S. military effectively banned the Confederate flag. Okay, so what state was the last one? NASCAR, of course. They banned it in 2020. 2020. All right, was it South Carolina? What year was the, let me hear, we go right here. Georgia removed theirs in 2003. 2020, I got 2020, maybe South Carolina. Mississippi, they without a flag. All right, because why? All right, they want to put the Confederate flag on the motherfucker. Mississippi said, all right, we ain't gonna have no flag then, them niggers. All right, they basically don't got a flag. They said, all right, we gonna have a flag, Confederate flag or no flag. Bro, they don't give a fuck. All right, that's how gone they are, bro. The South shall rise again. Yeah, they say fuck the flag. All right, so let me see here. I'm trying to get what South Carolina. Let me see South Carolina. South Carolina, 2015. Nikki Haley. 2015 was the last of the Confederate. So anyway, not that the Confederate flag is a racist symbol. That's what people think it is, right? It represents slavery, the people who fought for slavery, and people who are supremacist groups used it as a symbol of hate and racism. So thus, it is furthermore the losing country. They tried to be our own country under the Confederacy. They had their own money, and they lost the war. They were winning the war, by the way. They were winning it for a good 8 rounds. All right, but then the knockout blow. All right. Plus, I think Great Britain and France, I believe, helped to knock out the South. I mean, yeah. But they was winning it. So anyway. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, the South is all backwards. The South is backwards. So, shout out to everybody in the South. And by the way, I lived in the South for a good year, and I said, never again, bruh. Never again. I ain't never coming back to this mug. All right? You know, I ain't never moving back to the South. South is not a good. They supported the South? Oh, okay. All right. I don't know. All right. Shout out to Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was a good old man. He jumped out the window with his. All right. Anyway, that's inappropriate. It's a family show. Let's see here. Shout out to the South. I ain't never going back to the South. I don't even like to visit the South. I don't even want to visit. All right, anyway, what do we got here? Let's get to see some support. Shout out to everybody in the South. All right, the South, the Southern United States. Like, why would you live there? All right, anyway. Texas is cool. Texas is cool. Is Texas considered the South? Is Texas? I know people think Texas is the South. Texas is their own state, the Lone Star State. So I would say Texas is technically not the South, but I can see an argument as to why you would put Texas in the South. It is not. I guess they do have some Southern tendencies, rednecks, all out there in Midland, Texas, roughnecks. Is Texas in the South? Y'all putting Texas in the South? Okay. All right, Texas is Southern. Texas is supposedly Texas. But are they Southern? I don't know. That's a tough one. What about Washington, D.C.? Washington, D.C., is that the South? I think technically Washington, D.C. is the South. Now, I can hear cases why you would consider it not in the South, like it's Northeast. I don't consider Washington, D.C. in the Northeast. I consider it a southern area. And namely because, and this is why I'm going to say it, Virginia is considered South. Okay? Virginia is in the South. That's pretty much no debate. Nobody thinks that's a Eastern, it's on the Eastern Seaboard. It's on the Atlantic coast. But Maryland, that's kind of South to me. Maryland is the South. Baltimore doesn't seem like a southern city. It seems like a more northeastern city. But I would include Washington, D.C. in the South. All right, who disagrees with me? Who agrees? Shout out to everybody in the DMV. Baltimore seems more of a northeastern city. Yeah, I can understand that. Maryland, College Park is southern to me. College Park is south to me. Virginia certainly is in the South. Well, a lot of people work in Virginia. They go to D.C. What do you think? The Mason-Dixon line? It's below the Mason-Dixon line. So technically, Washington, D.C. is in the South. What do you think? I don't know, man. Is D.C. below the Mason-Dixon? I've been to D.C. and it feels like the South. It feels like the South. So I don't consider it Northeast. Northeast to me stops at Philly, Philadelphia. Once you go below that, you're getting to the South. All right, anyway. DC regionally is in the South. All right, shout out to everybody in the DMV. We're just fucking around. It's the evening service. Geography with CGA. DMV is in the South. All right, so we're going to go with Baltimore is not a southern state. Well, it's not a state, but I see what you're saying. Anyway, it's an interesting conversation. Just a little geography there. So we got Texas in the South. DC is in the North. Boy, Robert E. Lee is rolling around in his grave right now. Oh, the Mid-Atlantic. Mid-Atlantic. Okay, that used to be the old Mid-Atlantic. Well, North Carolina's technically in the Mid-Atlantic. I don't know, man. I don't know. The North and the South. Listen, Robert E. Lee is going crazy right now in his grave. Oh, man. Virginia is effed up. All right, shout out to our brother Justin O. As an African-American in an all-black family, the only people who gave me a shot to get a bag and help me were the you-know-who-ish people.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
Oh, boy. We hear this all the time. The you-know-who-ishes help the you-know-who-ishes. But if you are cool with you-know-who-ishes, they will put you on a little bit of game. They will put you up on game, man. How many people think that like in terms of helping people, for black folks, y'all can answer this. How many people have found that it has been white people that have helped y'all? like white people pulled you over to the side and was like, I see something good in you. You're smarter than the average bear. You know what I mean? You're like, not like those other kind, you know? And then they put you on game. They took you under their wing and hooked you up, sent you to private school, gave you a uniform, put you on the basketball team, told you a little bit of game and say, watch out for this, watch out for that. Anybody had that experience or no? Okay. Some people have that experience. Some black people, they were like, hey man, look, you know what we're going to do? We see your family shining here. We're going to give all your kids scholarships and go to the private school. Has that ever happened to you? You know who-ish people pulled you to the side and helped? All right. And then you look at your own people and they not helping you. All right. Who's had that experience? Somebody said, gave me my first internship. Okay. White people help without complaining. A lot of people do have that experience. And it's hard for other people to know because they're like, white people only help white people. But I've had Jewish people help me. I've had Mexican people help me. I've had white people help me. I've had black people help me. All right, but I haven't had this experience of them just boxing you out. If they're cool with you, they will help you. All right. He says, it's me right now. All right, so there we go right there. We do have some people that said, yeah, man, people said, hey, let me put you to the side. They said, hey, I see something in you. Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. Philip Drummond ass niggas. I had a lot of white folks help me, man. All right, for real. Put me up on game. So I don't have this experience of them isolating me away from information. And it wasn't just once. It was like down the line. I could go from high school to college, all the way to post-college. And I've had black people, black women in particular, have been very helpful towards me. And white women have been helpful towards me. Like they literally, I've had people fighting for me. I've had people fighting for me and advocating for me of all races, black women, black men, Jewish people, white women. I've had people advocate for me. So I haven't had people this experience that they didn't like me and were prejudiced against me. I've had some racism and prejudice for sure, but I've had a lot of people, lots of people put me up on game and help me out my kids and my family. Oh yeah. Black women, yeah, dude. If a black woman likes you, like the coaches, the college programs that I coached at, I think 3 of my coaches were black women. 3 of the head coaches were black women. And 1 white woman hired me. So I had, yeah. All right, so I had black female coach, black female coach, black female coach, white female coach. Those were the ones who hired me and gave me jobs, moved me up. So yeah, I've had people of all races help me. So maybe it's kind of how you carry yourself, or are you helpful to them? If they see that you're helpful, they'll hire you and they'll put you up on game. They'll try to help you. So anyway, Justin O, shout out to you, man. And we got our brother. It is the legendary. Is this Roderick? Oh, this is Roderick G. Hey, coach, your statement on pro-blacks and white women are spot on. I lived in Southern California for 5 years being in the military, and them white women out there will make any straight pro-black fold on sight, and they don't mess with ninjas. And he says, in the OC, hit me with the Kaylee, coach. Let's go.
Hi, my name is Kaylee. I'm a blonde. I have no tits. I make boys fall in love with me. They always throwing fits. I like being single. No, I've never been cuffed. These boys want a relationship, but I'm just trying to fuck.
Hey, Kaylee. And yes, they don't mess with a lot of ninjas openly. All right, you got to be in. We're going to talk about white women in a minute because white woman is going to out other white women. All right, yeah, she about to out them. But yes, a lot of pro-blacks, like we talked about this earlier, and I've seen white women across the country. Yeah, they don't measure up. All right, not all white women are the same. All right, because white women in West Virginia, no go. All right, it's no bueno. So I can understand why you would be like, I don't understand how you like white women. But you're in California. You go to Southern California, bro. It's a whole different level of white woman. All right, these are eugenic, GMO made white women, 100%.
Where the white women at?
All right, they some wish they all could be California girl. Ow. GMO, genetically modified, eugenically made white women. All right. All right. They on a whole nother level. All right. So you're somewhere in Alabama, like somewhere in Arkansas, looking at white women like I can't have. Yeah. All right. Go to California. You got flatback Supremes. All right. I wish they all could be California girls. All right. Anyway, and you running around here talking about I never date a pink toe. Go to Southern California. I'll take you to Southern California. Actually, my homeboy from Florida, he was a Q dog. He went to a black institution. He went to Florida A&M. And he moved out to the West Coast for a job. He had a very good, high-paying job. And I remember he used to be like, bruh, I can only date a sister. So I took him out. I took him out to Corona Del Mar. Shout out to my boy. All right. And old dude, he wasn't a pro-black, but he was pro-black. He was like a healthy pro-black. He had a healthy pro-black obsession. It wasn't like militant pro-black. It was like he loved black people. All right. And he loved black women. I took him out to Corona Del Mar, California, home of the flatback Supreme. And he was like, all right, we went out to this place. I can't remember the name of the place, but I took him out there and he was like, okay, I see. He's like, I see what you looking at. And he didn't fold, but he was like, okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see what you looking at. I didn't flip him all the way. He ended up marrying a black woman. All right. He ended up marrying a black woman. Yes, he got married. All right. But he was like, all right. I can see these pink toes are a little bit different.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yeah, I had him doctor. So I know I could convert Dr. Umar.
Lord have mercy.
All
we
right.
must stay focused, bro.
I can convert Dr. Umar for sure. All right, yeah, but you can talk all that shit. Wait till you get out to Southern California. This is going to be a different one out here. All right, people are like, not me, coach. I love my queens. We got our brother here. It is Big Boy in the building. Shout out to you, Big Boy, from the 315. Now hush that fuzz. Wise L says you know who-ishes were dying for black people during the civil rights era. They also changed their names and gave black jobs and rented homes to them. It's an interesting relationship. It is definitely a curious relationship. I think the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, or at least Khalid Abdul Muhammad, wrote a book about the interesting, curious relationship between blacks and you know who-ishes. And it goes back. Civil rights era, the media, the Yankee media, the relationship, the Yankee media went down south. Those were the you know who-ishes. You have the Swornauer and Goodman and the other brother, the black guy that died doing voter registration down in the South. One of the biggest news stories of the civil rights movement, 2 Jewish men and a black man. You had record labels with the Cadillac Records or the blues industry pushed through by you know who-ishes. Also, the hip hop era, you have Jerry Heller. You have MC Serch with Nas, Jerry Heller with gangster rap on the West Coast. You have the guy with Def Jam. I can't remember his name. A lot of these guys. Medgar Evers wasn't the other guy in the car that died with the 2 Jewish guys. There was another guy. Thought his last name was Brown, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, very curious relationship. There was always, oh, by the way, I believe Rosa Parks was supported by a you know who-ishes. Rick Rubin, the other guy from Def Jam. Leor Cohen, DJ Vlad, okay, Leor Cohen, the Beastie Boys, you know who-ish group. Third Base, MC Serch, you know who-ish. A lot of the white boy groups were you know who-ish. All right, they weren't white boys. All right, they were you know who-ishes. Clive Davis with Arista and Bad Boy Records. But yeah, there always been a very curious relationship. But yeah, I think the guy, there was a white guy, I think he was you know who-ish. He paid Rosa Parks rent all the way until she died. So there's a very, very, very curious relationship between this group of people that people don't want to talk about. Sometimes they can portray it as harmful, or they took advantage of us. Oh, a lot of people in the boxing world, the pugilism world. All right, a lot of those guys. I believe Mike Tyson's, if I might be wrong about, he might have been Italian. I might be wrong. But the other guy that was close to him, there were 2 guys close to Mike Tyson when he was coming up. One guy was, I can't think of the guy's name, Customato. I think he was Italian. But the other guy was a you know who-ish guy. I think his name was Bert something. I can't remember. Hold up for a second. He was his right-hand man before that. So yeah, Cheney was the guy. James Cheney. So Goodman, Swarner, and Cheney. Thank you, James Cheney. Customato was, I think, Italian, but there was another guy. Who was the other guy that was around him all the time? You saying Bob Arum, Burt Sugar? There was another guy. Hold on for a second. Kevin Rooney, not him. There was another guy. He wore glasses. He was a skinny looking dude. Let's see here. I might be wrong about this though. Mike Tyson. He was his manager. It says right here. His management had other Jewish people. Name. Not Teddy Atlas. Oh, somebody said Robin Givens. Jim Jacobs. That's the guy right there. Jim Jacobs. All right. So Jim Jacobs was his other right-hand man. All right. Let me see here. He definitely you know who-ish. All right. Jim Jacobs. Mike Tyson. Let me see if we can pull this up here. I think he was a you know who-ish. Jim Jacobs is the other guy right here. All right. That was one of his right-hand man. That was one of his early managers. Jim Jacobs. All right, so, yep. And he got pushed out by, I think, some of the guys that, I think there was a black group that ended up pushing him out. So I can show you here. Jim Jacobs had been around him the whole time. All right, in his early career. Right there. That's him. There's Burt Sugar right there. There's Jim Jacobs. I think he's a
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
Right there. All right, that's young Mike Tyson with Jim Jacobs there. All right, so let me see if we can look at right here. Right there. That's young Mike with Jim Jacobs. So, yeah. They made Mike Tyson who he was. So there's a lot of that curious relationship. And it's hard to explore without offending people, for sure. All right, but people say, yeah, man, that shit runs deep. Shout out to Macaroni Tony, says DC has a condiment called mambo sauce that they put on their fried food. He says, if that's not Southern, I don't know what is. All right. So mambo sauce. So DC Macaroni Tony is saying is Southern. All right. Shout out to you. And I say Southern like that just on purpose. Southern mambo sauce in DC. Brother here, Joshua Moon says, working my second 14-hour day in a row. Let's go. I hope I'm on your earplugs right now. Your earplugs. I don't know what mambo sauce is. I don't think I have that. All right. I don't think I've had that. All right. Let me see here. And then I got Maryland guy who wants to chime in about DC being Southern. He says, Maryland guy, what's up, coach? The Mason-Dixon line separates Pennsylvania from Maryland, Delaware, and West Virginia. Technically, we're considered the upper South. All right. So technically, DC is in the South. Maryland is in the South. And if you've ever been there, I would say when I'm there, compared to when I'm in the Northeast, DC feels like the South. All right, the humidity is there. It's slow, right? It's ass backwards, right? DC got one-way streets. You're getting fucking lost. Then you're on a bridge and you're going to Virginia, all right? You're like, what the fuck did I do? You took one bad turn. Now you're going to Virginia on the fucking bridge. Like, how did I get here, bruh? I want to go back to DC. It's ass backwardsly built. It's built to confuse the hell out of you. Right? So now I'm in fucking bumper to bumper traffic trying to bust a U on a bridge to get back to DC. The fuck is going on here? All right. So, all right. Anyway. So I consider DC in the South. Yep, or you're on the bridge to Maryland. Like, god damn. All right, I was just trying to get over here. Now I'm on the bridge to Maryland. Like, where are we going here? All right, anyway. Oh, my goodness. This fucking place. Let's see here. Let's get back to this show here. We got a white woman that's going to out other white women. So we got it on It's an Evil World We Live In. No.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, yeah, let's give it It's an Evil World We Live In. We have this white woman here. Let me see if I can get the tab. Let's see what we got here. A white woman says that white women are the problem. All right, yeah, white women are a special breed, man. They're a special breed on their own. And let's see if this woman is going to kick some science here. Is she going to speak truthfully here? White women are the problem, okay?
Where the white women at?
Ooh-wee. All right, she definitely going to get excommunicated from her tribe. Here we go.
Everything that people are saying about white women is true. It's 100% true. And I'm going to tell you, as a millennial white woman who has completely walked away from everything that she has known in her white supremacy-based fucking piss-ass families, it's true. It's true. White women are the fucking problem. They embolden the problem. They marry the problem. They birth the problem. They're lazy as fuck, and they play victim about the goddamn problems that they're participating in. I don't know one happy white woman in one of my families. I only know white women that are either alone because men fucked them over and ruined their goddamn livelihoods and drove them insane, or they settled because they wanted their fucking retirements and they decided, hey, I might as well let this fucking pissant live next to me. White women and families that have watched their fucking husbands treat them like shit, beat on them, cheat on them, everything, but they still staying with them, laid down like a doormat. They'll be sitting at all these family picnics talking shit about these men, talking about how much they fucking hate them, how they're losers, how they get shit stains in their pants, but they stayed married to them and they still fucking voted to embolden them. White women will sell out their daughters, sell out their children. They will quite literally do anything as long as they get picked. as long as they're not the ones getting beat on. Because what do we know about toxic-ass white families, pathetic, shitty, white supremacy-based fucking toxic-ass white families? Let me tell you about those families. When they're not going after gay people, when they're not going after black people, when they're not going after marginalized groups and poor people, they're beating the fucking shit out of white girls in the family. Especially if you're a free thinker. Hey,
yo, chill, son. Hey, yo. Oh, the humanity.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the humanity.
I can't say she's wrong. I can't say she's wrong. Well, tell us how you really feel, ma'am, about white women.
Where the white women at?
She definitely been traumatized, and boy, I mean, I think she read white people the Riot Act. She definitely read them the Riot Act. This sounds like white women who she's talking about, for sure. The suburban community, for sure. Oh, my God. All right, goodness. All right, white men going to be hurt on this one. Boy, she going ham. And there's 100% chance a ninja hit her bottom. There's 100% chance a ninja hit her bottom. All right, and I guarantee you she's the black sheep of the family. Literally the black sheep. All right, my goodness. All right, so let's break it down. All right, she came out of the box hot.
Everything that people are saying about white women is true. It's 100% true. And I'm going to tell you, as a millennial white woman who has completely walked away from everything that she has known in her white supremacy-based fucking piss-ass families.
All right, let me stop her right here. All right, so it's a millennial. All right, so it's a millennial, and yeah, she's in her rebellious stage. So if you look at the picture that they have up here of all of these Stepford wives, you know, these women are dressed up and they got their hair done and makeup. You know, they don't have no personality. They dead on the inside. You know, they sit around and gossip. You know, they marry guys they don't love. All right, they divorce, grape them, the kingdom come. They're heartless. They're heartless individuals. Now, when you meet them initially, they gonna be super fucking nice. Super nice. But they then can be backstabby, two-faced, sneaky, conniving, passive-aggressive harlots. You know, they definitely can be that. All right, and they're plain and they're non-entertaining. You know what I mean? They can't dance rhythmic. They're jealous, insecure. So yeah, she cooking their ass. She cooking their ass. All right, no personality, dry, but their neighborhoods are going to be safe and clean. Their neighborhoods are going to be safe and clean. All right, now here's the thing. It is clear that she has been ostracized. All right. You haven't ostracized yourself. They have ostracized you. And white women will push you out. All right. They will push you out. They will get you out and elbow your ass out with the best of intentions. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sorry, you got to go. All right. And they done kicked her out because she definitely on the fringe. And she's the type of liberal white woman that doesn't like the fact that niggas date her because she's white. You know what I mean? Like, ninjas like her because she fake blonde and white. All right. But then if you say, hey, you know, I like white girls. All right. She'd be like, you have a white supremacist brain. So she all out of control. She probably got her degree from University of California at Berkeley. And yeah, she cooked. But yeah, these girls look nice over here. You see these white women? They look nice. But boy, don't go in there. They're piranhas. They're piranhas. They're shark. And why aren't people saying this woman hates her own people? Right? Why aren't these people saying that she hates her own kind? Nobody says that when white women going in on them because I guess it's rare. So here we go.
It's true. It's true. White women are the fucking problem. They embolden the problem. They marry the problem. They birth the problem.
All right. So again, I've heard this being said about white women too. You guys create the white supremacists, and you know they do have an ingrained hate for white men, but they need white men. Most white women see black women as a hero. The reason why is because black women can isolate themselves from black men and be somewhat independent from them, which is a white woman's dream. All the way back since the plantation days, the plantation mistress, clutch her pearls, I got the vapors. They've always looked at black women as a hero, the mammy. So yeah. But the white women know they can't really completely be independent of white men. They can't. They'll try, but they can't. So they have to marry up. Even if she's a lawyer, most white women can't just be like, I'm going to be an independent boss babe lawyer. Not really. You're going to have to get in the matrix. If you got a white family, you're going to have to get in the matrix. They're going to still expect you to marry a Chad. So they still got to get in the matrix. They can't just be a free, independent one. And if they do, they're ostracized. You can't live in my neighborhood. You can't belong to my country club. You know, you're a feminist. You're Hillary Clinton. You're Hillary Clinton to them. You're some sort of a liberal feminist. And the voting showed this. The voting showed this. White women overwhelmingly voted for Trump. So as much progressive as they want to be and independent, they still going to vote for the white man. They're still going to put the white man in charge. So I've heard this before. 100%. They're the problem. They're birthing the problem. They raised the problem. They married the problem. This is according to her. You're birthing the problem. They create white boys that become entitled white men, and they become the white supremacists. This is according to her right here. All right, so here we go.
They're lazy as fuck, and they play victim about the goddamn problems that they're participating in.
All right, so lazy as fuck. Well, yeah. I mean, white women, I think, are smart. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to carry the weight of the world on their back. They're not going to stress themselves out. So as much as they want change, they're always still going to pass that buck to white men or any man. All right, which tends to be the white man. All right, so they tend to marry 90% of the time to white men. So they're not going to do the labor. They're not going to go, let me show you how to do it. They're not going to do this. All right, other races of women tend to do this, specifically black women. They'll be like, let me do it. All right, I'll do it. White women typically will be like, no, we're not talking about some muscled up steroid white woman. We're talking about these in the picture. They not about to be out there busting grapes. They're not about there being out there busting caps. They're not about to be out there swinging shovels. Okay, so they know at the end of the day, they're going to have to get under their rock. They're going to have to slither under their rock. So that's how they kind of work in unison. If you go to any suburban community, you don't see white women out there just digging holes. They'll find somebody else to do it. Hector. They'll get Hector to do it. They'll get a black man to do all this over here. They'll get people to do it. They just point. They just point. Now, is that lazy? Well, they ain't playing that hole. They ain't going to do their fucking work. They ain't going to do all that work, man. They ain't doing all that work. They ain't about to carry the load. And you never see this in a suburban community. This is a rarity. Have you ever seen a suburban white woman just out here just killing it by herself as a single mama and living in a gated community, just killing it? Like, look at what I did. I'm a doctor, and I got this big palatial estate. I got kids that I'm raising on my own. I don't get no child support from my bum-ass baby daddy. I work my fingers to the bone, and she killing it. She killing it in that community, gated community, killing it. Buying the kids cars, paying for kids' colleges. You don't ever see that. That's a damn rare breed. Now, you'll see a black woman doing that all day long. She'll do that. She'll do that. She'll be like, look, I got my own townhouse, my own car, my own this. I've got my kids. You don't see white women doing that. So at that particular point, what she's saying, they're lazy. They're just not going to do what they're not going to carry the load for their community. They want to put on their little conservative dress and their high heels, and they want to dilly-dally around and have tea and, you know, have a play date and go to their tennis lesson and go to their have golf, you know, 4 for golf, tee off at 9, tea and crumpets, bake off, bake sale, lemonade stand. All right, they ain't about to be out here hustling and getting out the mud. They'll do it to a certain level, and then they'll pivot. All right, got to have some white babies. They'll pivot. So that's where she's talking about the lazy coming in.
I don't know one happy white woman in one of my families. I only know white women that are either alone because men fucked them over and ruined their goddamn livelihoods and drove them insane, or they settled because they wanted their fucking retirements and they decided, hey, I might as well let this fucking pissant live next to me.
Bruh, now that is that's a double dub right there. That is the truth. That's the truth right there. Yep, spa days, massage. They're not about to, they're going to work in their garden and have a spa day. Pamper chef, Tupperware, soccer mom, orange slices. All right, that's about the extent that suburban white women going to go right there, unless they're trailer park trash. So now what she just said is truth right there. She said, I don't know one happy white woman. Now, I'm going to tell you, I was being very, very close to a white family, and that is true. That's facts. Now that's facts. Now, can you find any happy women in general? That's probably not. But when it comes out, white women, yeah, you don't see them happy. They're always stressing about something. They're always mad or cantankerous about something. They're always spitfiring. Only time you see them is if they're very young, teenage. Even then, now a lot of these they be hella spoiled. But that one right there, that's the facts. So then she says they're either pissed because somebody fucked them over or they married a beta. So this is when they say the simps win. The simps will save them. I've been saying for a long time, simps is not a win for a woman. Marrying a simp, okay, they get rescued from poverty and homelessness. But they hate every moment with that simp. Sexist marriages. White women have the largest amount of sexist marriages. The largest amount. Because, their culture is not supposed to be sexualized. So they have to kind of repress that feeling. They'll do it when they're in college. They'll do it right out of college. As soon as they get married, they pack that shit in. Pack it in. All right. And you try to press her for it, she'd be like, I ain't doing that no more. So that is, yeah, she's saying she basically saying they married the simp for the prestige, for the neighborhood. And they'll have the kids by the simp. They don't love that guy. He just is the right guy. He's an executive, CEO, 6'5" with a blue eye, trust fund, private equity account. And they sell out to that guy. Have his babies. They'll have 3 or 4 of his babies. That's how they roll. All right. Now, she's saying this as a negative, but this is how they have safe communities. Their communities are completely safe because of this issue. All right. They'll mess with pookies when they're about 16 to 20, and then they'll put it away. And if they go further than that, they become leftover. Okay, but yeah, this creates the safe, pristine communities, the old seasonless cracker community. All right. And so this woman is on the fringe. She's from Huntington Beach. These women over here are from Newport Beach. All right, who's going to win this? Who's going to win this?
White women and families that have watched their fucking husbands treat them like shit, beat on them, cheat on them, everything, but they still staying with them, laid down like a doormat. They'll be sitting at all these family picnics.
She ain't lying about that. She is not lying about this. And so, as you can see, this woman's on the fringe. She's a rebellious woman. She looks like she's from Spokane, Washington. The other women out here, they like, hey, this is how we do this shit. We ain't out here fucking around and fornicating. All right, we let them do what it is. We gonna keep order. We keep an order. And so this woman out here, she probably got a tattoo on her chest, tramp stamp on her back. She been to rehab. She is telling the truth. However, is it supposed to be something other than this? The opposite of this is going to be disastrous. All right, but yes, they will let their husband cheat on them. Like, whatever. All right, I ain't want to fuck you anyway. Right? I don't love you anyway type shit. I already got my 2 and 3 kids out of you. It's good.
Talking shit about these men, talking about how much they fucking hate them, how they're losers, how they get shit stains in their pants, but they stayed married to him and they still fucking voted to embolden them.
Yep. Okay. Voted to embolden them. That's the Trump reference right there. How 60% of white women voted for Trump, maybe more. Especially married white women. It's got to be 70 or 80% of them. Married white women voted for Trump. And most of the time, you see the schlub they're married to. And you're like, how did he get her? How did he get her? They don't care about him. He Fred Flintstone. They don't care. Yep, he got shit stained in his drawers. He don't pick up his socks. They just grin and bear it. Grin and bear it. Grin and bear it. And yes, the white women be cheating too. All right. Yes, they be cheating on their husbands too. So they just say that their marriages, I think, are loveless to the extent. Just straight loveless. It's more for a reason, a purpose. Whereas, I mean, Asian marriages are like that too. Somewhat loveless. Like, love is not the top priority. It's like family and duty and honor and pride and family and ownerships and safe communities and building. That's what their marriages are based on. Yeah, big time swingers, queens of spades, swinger communities. But their marriages are business oriented, all right, with a hint of feeling. Okay. But guess what? Over here, it's got to be love first. So I would say generally, I've been in these communities for a long time, and I'm going to tell you, man, generally she is spot on, but their communities tend to be safe. All right, I don't know, man.
White women will sell out their daughters, sell out their children. They will quite literally do anything as long as they get picked.
Now, I mean, dude, I'm telling you, I've talked about this. It's a race for the top 10 or 20, 30% men in the white community. I mean, it's an arms race. So those women, you know, kept cucks. Those women know that if they don't score them a husband, they're literally out of the race. So they do have a wall. Whereas other races of women don't have a wall because they maybe preserve themselves more and they can be a little bit more independent from their guys. And there's not a real race for the top 10% of black men. The top 10% of black men, there's competition from all races of women. But for white guys, there's competition from all races of women, but they tend to always marry white. Those women got to latch on quick. They can't play games. So he's top 10, 20%, 6'5" with the blue eyes, with a finance and the trust fund. They can't be sitting around, you know, I'm going to wait for him to chase me. I'm going to wait for him to notice me. They can't wait around. They got to let him, and he's a dick. He's an asshole. He's an asshole. He's a chode. So they got to be like, I don't care with his personality. So dudes that say they got to have game, these dudes, they're just fraternity bros, entitled guys. What'll happen is a woman will see this guy, one of these white women right here, will see that chode, will see that goofy Fred Flintstone ninja and say, I can make something out of that guy. He's already 6'5" with a blue eyes and a trust fund and he comes from good family. What do? He's sitting up there drinking beer with his polo shirt untucked, wearing his seersucker suit to his frat party, goofy hair. And what does she do? She says, I'm going to clean him up. I'm going to show him how to dress. I'm going to put him in some Dockers and some penny loafers. I'm going to make him say his frat song, sing his frat song. Okay? Put him in his polo shirt, his Dockers. She will iron them motherfuckers, lay them out. Here, we're going to a function. We're going to meet our parents. She don't be sitting around like, yeah, I'm going to wait for these guys to notice me. All right, they pick them very relatively early, right off the university frat line. Okay, and yep, he got a coke habit. He in rehab. He got a gambling addiction. He done spend up all his university money on gambling. He don't clean his drawers. He don't take a shower. He barely shaves. And she says, you.
And that's
you. I'm taking you. All right. And I'm going to clean you up, polish off a turd. I'm going to polish this turd off and I'm going to make you a man. I'm going to put you in your seersucker suit, your LL Beans and shit. This nigga alcoholic, coked out at 24. About to be back. She's like, but still, you going to law school. You're going to Oxford, Mississippi Law School. I can make something out of you. And so this woman saying that, they sell out for these guys. Yep, they sell out for these guys. And so they sell out their whole personality for, let me see this. Let's see here. And so he has bad behavior. Let me see if we can pull this up. His behavior is shitty, bad personality. His father will sue you, bro. Right there. These guys right here. These guys right here. These guys are uncouth. You know what I mean? They ain't got muscles on their body. They think they're super cool when they're in the group. You know what I mean? These guys. A white woman will clean this nigga up. All right, let's clean you up. Let's go get you a haircut. Let's get you an insurance job. Let's make sure you pay. Let's have a baby. Let's get married first. Let's get married. Let's get married, have a baby, a family. Let's buy a house. Give them some responsibility. Give them some responsibility. All right, now you're a family guy. You have to act like it, Chad, Chuck, Tyler, Jennings, Connor. All right, Connor, act like it. You're a husband now. My father will fucking sue you, bro. All right, so that's what she's talking about. She reading the riot act to these women. These women sell out to these guys to marry these guys. And he just a whole animal out here. Cheating on her, sloppy, coming home drunk. You know, he got kiss stains all on his neck, cheating all sloppily. Coke habit, alcoholic, gambling addiction. Chad Chaddington. She ain't lying, bruh. Bradley, Stanley, Cooper, Tyler. All right, yep. These motherfuckers right here. Trent.
As long as they're not the ones getting beat on. Because what do we know about toxic-ass white families? Pathetic, shitty, white supremacy-based fucking toxic-ass white families? Let me tell you about those families. When they're not going after gay people, when they're not going after black people, when they're not going after marginalized groups and poor people, they're beating the fucking shit out of white girls in the family.
All right. She definitely was the one that got beat in her family. And they covered it up. They covered it up. They didn't help her out. They probably sent her to rehab. All right. They probably sent their ass to rehab. All right. And they just like, you need to get your shit together. All right. What do we got here? It's the evil world we live in. That was fun. We have this woman right here that says, oh, another white man. The white women are speaking out again here.
Where the white women at?
So this woman says, stop believing divorced women because divorced women out here playing the victim and lying. All right. So let's hear this woman out here talk about it.
Fuck him, freedom, leave him alone. Stop playing stupid when your man wants a divorce and I don't know why I'm the victim. It must be another woman. You ain't fooling nobody. I'm a chick too. I was been scrolling through TikTok last night and I can hear a woman. And I hear, we've been together for 30 years. We're a week from moving into our retirement house that we built. Everything's paid off. Like, he hit me with, I want a divorce. I'm in shock. I've never been in shock. I begged, I pleaded, I screamed, I cried, and he wants nothing to do with me. Can you imagine if you built this whole life together, everything's paid off, you're retired, you built your dream house and he wants to fucking leave you. I can tell you right now what she did. I want this, I want that, that's what the fuck you did.
Oh, no.
You didn't give a fuck about his burdens. You didn't give a fuck about his feelings. You complained, you bitch, whined, and you drove the man up a fucking tree to the point where he had no fucking way out.
Oh. She said facts.
Women will divorce you for next to fucking nothing.
Oh, my goodness.
When a man puts a ring on your finger, he loves you more than anything in the world. It is unconditional. For a man to ask for a divorce, you had to have put that man through some.
All right, boy, the white women
Where the
today.
white women at?
All right. It's always the liberal white women. All right. But she's saying these women be lying. All right. They lying. I don't know why he divorced me. Well, you haven't had sex with them in 5 years. So waiting for him to cheat, sabotaging him, praying and praying on the downfall. And then she said, right when you pay off everything and you retire, you say he gonna divorce you, and then now you will fall off. Now you act like you were the victim. So she's saying this, and this person said the same thing. This woman was saying the same thing. These women act like the victim. I don't know why. And she said, I know why. You put him through shit. You didn't appreciate his efforts. You talk shit on him. And these women tend to be like, well, I didn't do this. I didn't do nothing. I was completely innocent. And he said, that's enough. All right, I'd rather cut bait right now. That's it. You don't appreciate me. So that's an interesting take on her saying, look, I'm a woman. I know you're lying. And I've been saying the same thing for women that say, well, you don't understand my situation. I understand that we're not getting both sides of the story. And neither will you get both sides of the story when a man's talking about his divorce either. Okay, so we can admit that. But women will act like they did absolutely nothing. All right. And I just couldn't take it anymore. And you don't understand. Now, unless he had an addiction and he was beating on you, which is very rare. But if he had an addiction and he was just a loser, okay, it is what it is. But you had men out here breaking their back for you for years. And it goes unappreciated. And then it's more. Now. And then when he finally just says, you know what? Let me just leave you right here. I don't know what happened. It's always the victim narrative. All right, so it's an evil world we live in here. And I think I got one more, and then we'll get to the main event. Cheryl Sandberg right here. Let's go.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
Cheryl Sandberg, ex-Facebook, Fakebook, COO, Cheryl Sandberg, according to a book, spent $13,000 on lingerie draws during a European trip and told an aide to come to bed on a private jet. Now, this is Cheryl Sandberg. If you guys don't know, she was the Facebook chief operating officer in the C-suite, but she also was very vocal during the hashtag #MeToo era, in which what happened was there was a reverberating effect of women being isolated away from men after Me Too in the corporate America. And so she came up with a campaign called hashtag Lean In which she encouraged men to lean in and continue to mentor women because they needed men to mentor them, or else women would not get ahead. Now, I used to play a clip in my intro where the intro was basically her saying, I don't understand why men need to take accountability and help women in the workplace. Okay. And so she is now being accused of similar brash behavior by, I believe, this woman who possibly is a Lily Lintlicker. All right. So here you go right here. So you got Me Too movement. Men need to lean in. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see here. Hashtag lean in. Let's see here. Yep. Oh, that was her book. So this is her book. You see, I got a good memory. I've been covering this stuff for years. So this is Cheryl Sandberg's book, Lean In, right here. And it says lean in and helping women achieve their ambitions and companies creating equal and inclusive workplaces. We give women the support and skills to navigate bias. All right, so that was her book right there by Nell somebody and Cheryl Sandberg. So it's now interesting that she's been accused of the exact same similar brash corporate behavior. All right, former Facebook executive Cheryl Sandberg spent $13,000 on lingerie draws for herself and a young female assistant during a trip in Europe, and told her to come to bed during a private jet flight on the way home. We got Lily Lintlicker coming up here. The bombshell claims were made in a book published by Sarah Wynne Williams, a former Facebook employee who wrote about the 6 years she spent at the tech giant. As you can see, women throw anybody up under the bus if you have power. And the book is called Careless People. During a long drive through Europe, Sandberg and her 26-year-old assistant took turns sleeping in each other's laps and stroking each other's hair. All right, goodness gracious.
Did you eat that cat?
We got Wynne Williams alleged in an explosive tell-all. I knew she was a Lily Lintlicker. During the trip, Sandberg instructed Wynne Williams to purchase lingerie for both of them, regardless of cost. The final bill reaching $13,000, according to the book published on Monday by the New York Times. Yeah, it was published by the Times. According to the book review, a pajama-clad Sandberg grew visibly irritated when Wynne Williams declined her offer to join her in the only bed on the plane. Okay.
Did you eat that cat?
And during the flight home of the jet. All right, so here it is right here. So interesting enough, we got a Lily Lintlicker, all right? This goes right hand in hand. Feminist. So she came across as this heterosexual, powerful woman who, would not dare cross the line with their female employees. All right, I'm up and up. We need more women in the workplace. But of course, listen, people are people. People who are powerful will definitely abuse their sexual right. You know what I mean?
Oh, the humanity.
People who are powerful will definitely, I don't care if it's a man or a woman, black or white. I don't care what color, race, gender you are. I don't care if you a Duke shooter, a Pooter intruder, a Lily Lintlicker. When people get in power, they definitely do not do well when it comes to abuse and power with sex. Okay, this is an interesting expose. Now, we don't know it to be true, so everything we say is alleged, but I'm reading it here. It says this is a mix of out-of-date and previously reported claims about the company and false allegations about our executives, according to a Meta spokesperson, and they told the New York Post. 8 years ago, Sarah Wynn Williams was fired for poor performance and toxic behavior, and an investigation at the time determined she made misleading and unfounding allegations of harassment. So here we got a false alligator. All right? Jesus. Ooh, me, oh my, oh. So we got false alligator here against a woman. And of course, interesting enough, all right, they don't believe all women. I guess this is what happens when your philosophy eats itself. I thought we were believing all women. Now y'all jumping out saying that bitch lying. Interesting. Wow. Interesting. And you're not believing all women, Cheryl? Hashtag lean in, believe all women? Nope. It says the spokesperson added that since then, she has been paid by anti-fake book activists, and this is a simple continuation of that work. Whistleblower status protects communication to the government, not disgruntled activists trying to sell books. All right. And she also recalls on fake book top executive Joel Kaplan.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
Engaged in behavior that made her deeply uncomfortable, according to the review. Kaplan, a former Marine and ex-boyfriend of Sandberg's from Harvard, served as fake book's vice president of U.S. policy before becoming vice president of global policy and ultimately Wynn Williams' boss. Kaplan, a conservative operative with deep ties to Republican politics, once pressed against her on the dance floor at a work event, commenting that she looked sultry and making unsettling remarks about her husband, Wynn Williams wrote in the book. When she nearly died from an ambiotic fluid embolism while giving birth to their second child, Kaplan continued to email her throughout her paternity leave, insisting on weekly video conferences, it is claimed. And that's Mr. Kaplan right there.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
All right. Kanye, stop. All right. Stop, Kanye. So anyway, you see, and well.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
Well, all right. These people have some chutzpah. Oy vey. All right. This is you-know-who-ish on you-know-who-ish crime. It's a lot of you-know-who-ishes being in this article here. They got to clean up their act over there, over at Fake Book. Or are they running over there? All right, it's the evil world we live in. Gentlemen.
It's an evil world we live in.
Okay. All right. Cherry Hill, New Jersey going crazy now this week. Or Westlake Village, California. All right, so anyway. These people got to stop acting right here. They got to start acting right. They're out of control here. All right, there we go right here. Blue on blue crime. Shout out to the dictator, says shout out to the women who don't wash their legs. Wash them legs? What legs? Women don't. Oh, I remember the women that don't wash their legs. Yes. That you're talking about the woman that says she just puts shampoo and it goes down her body and she lets the shampoo wash off. Yes, I remember that. Shout out to those women. And we know what type of women those are.
Where the white women at?
Yeah. Ooh-wee. Shout out to our brother Macaroni Tony DC. Okay, I got him already. Pause. Pause for the cause. Shout out to the coach gang. My brother here, Adrian A. Mace, says, it's been far too long since I've contributed, so I had to pitch in on a Boss Up Ninja fun.
Boss up, nigga.
Thank you, CGA, as always, for being the North Star for all of us to embrace The free agent lifestyle for life. Let's go. Free agent lifestyle for life. Shout out to our brother A. Mace. Thank you for the contribution. The resurrected Simp Enforcer, CGA. I'm the guy whose drag baby mama terrorist gave the family court an audio of me allegedly threatening her and a video of me at her house trying to harm her and her boyfriend. The evidence actually reveals she's the aggressor that threatens and disrespects me all along with her boyfriend. Now we have to do a co-parenting class. So let's just talk about what happened. Okay. You guys realize when you guys run to the court doing these things, all right, I have audio of this. I have video of that. All right. If it's anything other than a custody dispute and you guys got into a little bit of a spat, the courts really are not going to admonish you unless the child is in danger. If the child is in danger, then you're probably going to have an issue. But if you just have an issue with one parent's behavior towards another, please understand they're not going to do much with you. They're not going to throw you in jail unless there was a physical assault. If there's a threat, you know, most of the time they're probably not going to handle the threat very well. You'd be better off to go to the police. All this is wasting y'all's time. You're wasting your time and energy. They sent me an email. They sent me a message. All the court's going to say is don't contact each other no more via text. You guys wasted a whole day in court. Okay, because they know you guys don't like each other. They know you guys on some bullshit. And y'all going to court doing days off of work, doing ex parties, and taking emergency days off, all right, losing income, all to try to report the other parent, get them in trouble so they can lose favor in custody. We already know what you're doing. They know what they're doing. It's a civil matter. Yes, this is a civil matter. Take them to civil court. You know what's going to happen when you go to civil court? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. It's so petty and tedious. Just imagine if there was no family court and you took your baby mama to court for this shit, or she took you to court for this shit, guess what? This shit will get thrown right out of the motherfucking court. Thrown out. You wasted money and all of that. They're going to make you go to mediation. Henry says they assign you a parent coordinator and be done. And then you're going to go to parenting class. That's always going to happen. They might throw you into therapy. And they might admonish you and move the fuck on. If the kid's not being harmed, they don't give a fuck about you two jackasses. They would actually prefer you to focus on your marriage. On your kid. Okay. I hate seeing this, and I know people get in their emotions. I've been there. Trust me. I've been taken to court for some text messages. Then all of a sudden, when I go to a parenting app, I say, okay, we only talking on parenting app. Then I'm the bad guy for cutting off communication. He doesn't talk to me. He doesn't tell me anything. Okay. So you guys, you know, men and women, get out of your emotions. The judge don't care. They're just going to put you in some fucking social service program that you're going to hate. You're going to have to drive downtown for 6 sessions and you're going to hate it. Then what happens is if you don't go to it, nothing's really going to happen unless something else happens. If something else happens, then they're going to say, did you go to your court ordered? Fill in the blank. Mediation. If you didn't go to it, then they're going to be like, now when the custody issue comes up, you're going to lose. But you're going to hate going to these fucking sessions with this loser psychologist trying to tell you something. So, Tony Ocasio, what's up, coach? In my opinion, Eminem is the only true red pill rapper. In most of his songs, especially in Without Me and We Made You, he exposes most of the Hollywood industry's secrets. Okay, I'm not much of an Eminem fan. All right, I do, definitely think he's talented. I don't listen to too much of his music. His first album, yes, but not much after that. I'm not an Eminem fan like that. But I'm pretty sure he's not fearful, so he calls people out. All right. I do know there was a rapper who followed me from Eminem's crew, and his name is Royce the 5'9". He used to follow me on Instagram. I don't know if he does now. All right, but shout out to Royce the 5'9" and everybody in the Detroit and 8 Mile. All right. Yeah, and he hella liberal too. So anyway, Shout out to Mr. Handsome Pauls. What's up, coach? Congratulations to Brooklyn on being admitted into the University of Oregon. It's really dope and truly heartwarming to see. Deadbeat dads, we up. Ninja, we up.
City boy, city boy.
Free agent lifestyle for life. And E, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for those accolades. And let's get to the main Mickey Ficky event. I think I caught up with the super chats. It's refreshing. Yes, let's do it. Main event. All right, main event here. Not my girl, coach. This is a sentiment typically said about, hey, man, you don't understand. My girl is different. She is not like those other girls. She's not a hoe, a skeezer. She told me so. I believe her. I trust her. She would never do that. She told me she doesn't understand women who do stuff like that. So in that case, she would never do any of these crazy things that you say. I got my girl in check. My girl likes me. See, coach, your girls didn't like you. That's why that happened to you. But my girl, she different. And our love is like no other love. I mean, it's real love. I mean, anytime I'm with her, she just holding to me. She just holding me. She just can't stop. All right. So she would never not have sex with me. Anytime I'm with her, she always has sex with me. She never turns me down. All right. My wife different than what you saying. My wife would never do any of these things. All right. And she don't even know. She's listening to you. She don't even know any women that has done something like that. Like, how could you think this? All right, this is crazy, man. My girl, not me.
How dare you?
Okay, not me. My girl is a queen. She never got a train ran on her. She never fornicated with nobody. All right, she was not a whore. My girl is different. Why do men sometimes end up foolish like this? Well, there were songs. Everybody plays the fool. What a fool believes. Men have always been fooled in this situation because, yes, most of the time you don't know your girl. And the reason is she doesn't know herself, right? If a woman's 25 or under or 26 and under, she doesn't even know her real self. So she's going to become a different woman. If she's a white woman, she's a Kaylee. She's a wonderful woman. She's fun. She's loosey-goosey. She's silly. She's goofy. But all Kayleys turn to Karens. All Kayleys turn to Karens. Every single one of them. Or else they're going to be, if they don't, they're going to be poor, liberal white woman. All Kayleys turn to Karens. All right, so your Kaylee right now, she smokes the weed out with you. She has fun. You guys go things. You're so cute and cuddly. They all turn to Karens, bro. All right, if you ever seen a Karen, all right, find a Karen right now. Find a crazy Karen. Get a picture of her from 25 years ago. She looks like Kaylee, okay?
Hi, my name is Kaylee. I'm a blonde. I have no tits. I make boys fall in love with me. They always throwing fits. I like being single. No, I've never been cuffed. These boys want a relationship, but I'm just trying to fuck.
Yeah, that girl right there, she's going to be a Karen in 22 years. A full PTA, don't speed in my neighborhood. She's going to be the woman that put the little cone out with the little kid and the flag. And then she's going to admonish you when you speed through the neighborhood. Yep. All Kaylee's turn to Karens, bro. All of them. There's no exception. That's what they do. All right. They're going to morph. They're going to be a long-haired white woman. Then they're going to chop their fucking hair off. Then they'll be a short-haired white woman. And then they have now started the transformation into a Karen. 100%. That's what's going to happen. All right. So, yes, you're a girl. It's going to be around 36 to 42. She will start transforming. She will stop. She'll put her Uggs away. All of her Uggs will go away, and she'll put on Tiva sandals. Cooked. All them yoga pants will go away, and she'll wear yoga pants that are flared out at the bottom. Okay? No more tight around the ankle yoga pants. They'll start to flare out the bottom. They'll wear Tiva sandals and shit. All of a sudden, all right, the coolness ends. And she ain't even all the way yet. She ain't even hunchback granny yet. Wait till you get the hunchback granny version of Kaylee. Hunchback granny version. All right. The big 65-year-old bitch that ain't happy about nothing. All right. Wait till you get to that version. All right. When they're 60s. All right. So, yes, you're a girl. All right. And that's just the white women. All right. I'm going to just let you know. All right. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. All right. So, anyway, let's get back to it here. Why are we talking about this? Well, interesting enough. The man we mentioned yesterday, DDG. DDG is the guy we mentioned yesterday that doesn't want to take Haley Bailey to court, his baby mama who is alienating him from his son. And the internet's telling him he needs to be hyper vigilant on taking her to court. But he doesn't want to take her to court because he wants to work out an agreement with her and be cool with her. And he says, I think it should be relatively easy to work out an agreement. You're an idiot, sir. You're an idiot. And he also doesn't want to hurt her feelings. Well, she's going to get mad. I don't want her to get mad. But you got to get her mad. You got to get her pissed. And this is why this story of Not My Girl is coming up. This is DDG right here. And the rapper they call Blueface. Both of these guys are in the entertainment industry. Blueface is the gentleman that is the face tattoo with the collared shirt. Now, he has his own issues with his relationships. He's had a very toxic relationship with the young lady. I hope they're not together anymore. Drug-fueled relationship, definitely with some domestic violence. And she was domestic violating him most of the time that I saw. Anytime it came up, I was like, she's the one beating him. He actually got into a fight with her father, and I think he knocked him out. They tried to take him to court. He ended up going to jail in Las Vegas for an aberrant deletion. But listen to this. Blueface, of all people, is trying to warn DDG, who is the guy with the, he has the dreadlocks, the braids, or looks like, but they're colored at the bottom. He has a white t-shirt on. DDG is the guy who said, hey, I don't want to make Haley Bailey mad. I don't want to make her mad, but she won't let me see my son. Blueface, the guy who probably shouldn't be giving advice, is about to give this nigga the biggest life-saving advice. 3 years ago. 3 years ago. So Blueface Stradamus called it from way downtown. He tried to warn this goof-ass nigga to pay attention to who you're with, because yes, your girl will fuck your life over. So let's take it from here. DDG is in the driver's seat. Looks like Blueface is the passenger seat. Listen to this.
Want to hear that fundamental ass response?
Imagine if you have like a BM, nigga, and you gotta pay her rent, nigga. She taking niggas over there. You gonna be cool with it?
No.
You gonna stop paying the rent?
Duh, nigga, what the fuck you mean?
What about the kid? The kid gonna be homeless.
No, the kid not. See, I don't plan on having a baby mama.
What you mean? You don't never.
I'm not gonna have no baby mama, bro. Whoever I have a kid with, she's with me for life. It ain't.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody.
It all starts like that.
That's exactly how you think, nigga.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Sometimes the kid break y'all up, bro. Sometimes the kid be the reason y'all break up.
What he be doing? He be telling on you and shit.
Nah, I'm cool with my baby mama.
I'm saying, like, how the kid gonna break me?
Still doing our part, huh? Nah, the kid gonna break you up because her emotions gonna get to rising. She might feel like she got something to hold against you, so she gonna be acting different. She might be using the kid to boss you around, to keep tabs on you, and then that might cause you to be so stressed out, like, damn, bitch, she like, nope, this, that,
Do it really matter? Do it really matter?
Nah, females are. They petty, bro.
It is. I noticed that all girls is
they all like that. It's not just one or two. All of them are petty. So the second y'all get into y'all little situation, y'all little Twitter beef.
Yeah. I don't do that no more.
Yeah, then the kid, it's like, oh, shit.
It's all right. I just don't.
It's part of life.
I can't have no baby mama, bro.
Yeah.
She had a baby by me.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to do that, man.
But like,
I only got one and I'm still rocking with her, so.
You don't think you'll get it?
Wow. Look, and those are young brothers. Those are young brothers. For the white people, I know y'all didn't understand half of that. But Blueface and the brother in the back was trying to tell him, and they weren't pushing it. They weren't telling it like CGA tells it. Like, they weren't being hardcore. They was trying to warn him. And DDG, not my girl. You know, my baby, I ain't gonna have a baby mama. And a year later, after his kid's born, he got a baby mama. Oh, your girl trip. Your kid gonna break up the relationship. He like, how? Oh, man. Oh, it all started off like that. So Blueface was telling him, hey, this is the reality, bro. Oh, not me, man. He didn't want to listen. Didn't want to listen. He's like, yeah, all right. I got to play this down, break this down, man. But Blueface was not trying to hurt his feelings. He was like, I know, man. You think you got a real one. I know, man. But not me, man. Not me. I'm going to have one for life. All right, goof ass nigga. Not my girl. This is how y'all sound when y'all trying to rebut me. And I'm looking at you right here. And Blueface has his eyebrows raised, which he's like, okay, he ain't trying to listen. Like, that's the look he got. He like, I tried to help. Look at my eyebrows. I'm trying to tell this nigga. I'm trying to tell him. He don't want to listen. He like, all right. All right. You saying this now, bruh. All right, but you ain't got no control of this situation, man.
That fundamental ass response. Imagine if you have like a BM, nigga, and you gotta pay her rent, nigga. She taking niggas over there, you gonna be cool with it? No.
No. Okay, DDG just wet behind the ears. Basically what he said was, look, you're supporting her. You're paying her rent. And she's bringing guys over there. What do you do? Are you going to keep supporting her? Are you just going to stop paying her rent? The guy was like, no, I ain't going to let her just do that to me. And then Blueface laughing at him. Okay. Blueface laughing at him. Okay. All right. What's your plan, sir? What's your plan for this? You ain't got no plan. You just like, it ain't going to happen to me. All right. All right.
You gonna stop paying the rent? Duh, nigga, what the fuck you mean? What about the kid? The kid gonna be homeless.
What about the kid? Okay, you got a kid with her. So you're gonna just stop paying her rent? We know how that's gonna end. She taking you to court.
No, the kid not. See, I don't plan on having a baby mama.
What you mean? You don't never
I'm not gonna have no baby mama, bro. Whoever I have a kid with, she's with me for life.
Said every other man. Not my girl. When we have a kid, we gonna be together for life. DDG, your kid didn't even make it to 1 year old. And now you got a baby mama for life. And they laughing at him. They like, bruh, you just don't know. Nigga, you don't listen. This old fairy tale bullshit. You think, and look, you know what the drink water mean. They like this nigga, you know, that's preventing, when people drink water like that, that's preventing them from saying something. All right, let me just take a swig. All right, nigga. All right. Okay, that's what that means. All right, let me just take a swig right there. And the dude in the back looking at him like, you big dummy. All right.
You big dummy.
All right, this is Joe want to listen. Okay, all right. All right, let me take a swig real quick.
It ain't. I don't care what nobody says.
He said, yeah, all right. Look, yep.
Me for life. It ain't. I don't care what nobody say.
I don't care what nobody say. Not my girl.
I don't care what nobody. It all starts like that.
Yeah, it all starts like that. It all starts like that. Not my girl. She the best, coach. You just don't know. He's like, all right. Yeah, all right. Not me. It ain't going to happen to me. The other dude said it all starts like that.
Exactly how you think.
That's exactly how you think. You think your dick is so cold. You think your mouthpiece is so fresh. You think you so good. You think she like you so much. Yeah, all right. Keep thinking that shit. You gonna find out real fast. And guess what? He found out fast. He found out in less than a year. He got. Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Sometimes the kid break y'all up, bro. Sometimes the kid be the reason y'all break up.
What he be doing? He be telling on you and shit.
He don't even know. See, he just doesn't know. And again, men don't say they don't know. What he be doing? What do you mean the kid's gonna break us up? Well, you found out, didn't you?
I'm cool with my baby mama.
I'm saying like, what the kid? How the kid gonna break me?
Still doing up,
How the kid gonna break me and the girl up? I'm pretty sure he knows now.
Nah, the kid gonna break you up because her emotions gonna get the rising. She might feel like she got something to hold against you, so she gonna be acting different.
She gonna be acting different. Guys, not my girl. She gonna act the exact same. What he's describing is postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis, postpartum baby blues. The woman's gonna change after kids. She is going to change. Sometimes she's control of her behavior. Sometimes she's not. Sometimes she thinks she's not in control and she is. But she's gonna change. Once kids come, she changes, bro. She's a different woman. But what you mean? What you mean she gonna change? Blueface is trying to describe it, but he's like, yeah, her emotions gonna get the best of her. She gonna blame you. She gonna be like, yeah, you're not helping enough. Yeah, she's going to change. And look at him. Not my girl.
Might be using the kid to boss you around, you know, to keep tabs on you.
Yeah.
And then that might cause you to be so stressed out, like, damn, bitch,
All right. All right. Okay, using you to get tapped, basically using you as a pawn. And he's listening now. He's listening, but it ain't getting through him.
She like, nope, this, that, you know.
Do it really matter? Do it really matter?
Nah, females are, they petty, bro.
Yeah, you know how females are, they petty. That's good advice. This is great advice. And he's not talking bad about women. Just to be honest with you, he ain't saying anything bad. He's just like, they petty, they emotional. They're going to change when the kid comes. They're going to use the kid against you. They're gonna push you out. They're going to bring other guys by, eventually going to cheat. He was like, bro, I'm just giving you a reality.
Is. I know it's not all girls.
Yeah, they all like that. It's not just one or two.
Okay, so let me see what he says. I think he says not all girls are like that.
What? All girls is.
Yeah, females are, they petty, bro.
Okay.
Is. I know it's not all girls is.
Yeah, they all.
All right, so all girls is like that. I noticed that all girls are like that. And to be able to say all women are like that, they're all like that. There's nobody that is not like that. That's a female. That's just describing who they are. It's not calling them negative. They like that. They're super petty. They got time. All right, speaking of time, right here. All right.
Yeah, I got time.
This is just what it is. And I noticed that.
All that like that. It's not just one or two. All of them are petty. So the second y'all get into y'all little situation, y'all little Twitter beef.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't do that no more.
Yeah, then the kid, it's like, oh, shit.
It's all right. I just know.
Part of life.
I can't have no baby mama, bro.
I can't have no baby mama, bro. I can't have no baby mama, bro. I just can't have no baby mama. Well, what do you got now? You got a baby mama. You thought you can control the fact. This is what I always tell guys. You guys got to get your ego out of this. I'm a keep her in check. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make her have this. I'm going to put her on my program. I'm going to put her on game. Okay. Tell me how that works out for you. It's going to work out for a little while. Let her deliver a baby. Let you get married to her. The marriage will take its course. You're fucked. She got the court of public opinion. You a deadbeat dad. You're cooked. I ain't going to have no baby mama. You don't get to determine that. She determines that. She determines that. She chooses to be a baby mama. All right? And she will create the conditions to push your ass out. All right? Exhibit A. I ain't going to have no baby mama. Okay? Right here. I refuse. I ain't never going to get a divorce. Okay? You can't control that. She gets to file for the divorce. She gets to say, I'm not happy. You don't control that, sir.
I'm not happy.
Oh, I can control it. I can dick her down. She like my dick. I give her the big, I dick her down and hit that bottom. She squirt on the mattress every time I got her. She listens to me. I got her under control. Okay?
I just know.
Part of life.
I can't have no baby mama, bro.
Okay?
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Yeah, baby by me.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to do that, man.
Oh, man. And that's where he said, look, look at that look. Blueface, I'm doing my best to talk some sense. I'm doing my best. He's like, as he's talking, he's like, just to let you know, I'm doing my best to give you this game. I don't want to ruin your experience. I don't want to give you a black heart. I'm doing my best to give you this fucking game, and you ain't listening. This is how I feel every day. I feel like this every day. I'm doing my best. I don't have to do this to you guys. I'm just telling you to watch out for the symptoms. And you guys come up here and y'all don't want to listen. I'm doing my best to help you out. Listen to what he says right there. Listen to what he's saying. He's like, look, I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, shit.
It's all right. I just know
It's part of life.
It's part of life.
I can't have no baby mama, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a baby by me.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to do that, man.
But like,
I only got one and I'm still rocking.
Yeah, but. You see? He deflect. Yeah, but. It's different. You're different.
To do that, man.
but like.
Yeah, but like, yeah, but.
I only got one and I'm still rocking with her, so.
You don't think you're.
Yeah. Just, you know. Look at that look right here. Look at that look. This is how I be looking at y'all. Not my girl. Not me. All right, you just didn't have the game. This is how he look. This is how I be looking at y'all ninjas. And guess what? All it took him was 1 year. And Blueface looking at this ninja. He looking at this ninja like,
you big dummy.
You ain't gonna listen, huh? Oh, nigga, you just gonna be better. You got out of all the years we've been here on this planet, you got the game. You gonna be different, huh? Okay, go ahead. He was like, nigga, there's no hope. You got no hope, bro. You're gonna have to learn the hard way. You're just gonna have to learn the hard way. Your own homeboy tried to warn you. And you walking in there. Look at the dude in the back. Look at the dude in the back. He just looking at this goof ass ninja. Not me. Not my girl. Okay. Yeah. My uncle never had this to me. And this is y'all merp ass ninjas trying to defend me. Look, not me, coach. So what you trying to say? So you trying to say, I ain't trying to say nothing, ninja. I done said what I said. All right. And you just a goof ass, wet behind the ear, green, fresh out the box ass ninja. And I said what I said. It is what it is, man. Not my girl. Shout out to Blueface. Let's give Blueface a dub. He don't get many dubs out here. Shout out to Blueface. Oh my goodness. I'm different. I'm me. All right. I got game. I got the ism. That ain't gonna happen to me. It happened to you, not to me, though. It ain't gonna happen to me, though. And got your bitch ass. And
Gotcha, bitch.
You men are not immune. Just understand, man, the system is the system. The court of public opinion is the court of public opinion. The family court is the family court. You're not immune to this shit. You can all catch this work if you don't prepare for it. Shout out to our brother here. It is the dictator says, please show Travis Hunter that clip. Someone, okay, show Travis Hunter that clip. Yep. Like, bruh, my girl different. Shout out to our brother here. Sergio Lara says DDG and Haley Bailey situation update court. All right. So is he taking her to court? He finally woke up. I hope he did. All right. I hope he did. Let me see here. People are just saying take it to court. All right, man. Cold world. All right, so let me check this out here. Where was it at? They should go to court, but he don't want to do it. She's gonna get mad at me. All right, she's gonna be angry, but you're not gonna see your kid. I'd rather have an angry woman and see my kid than to not see my kid. Kevin Sullivan says the guy in the red hat in the back seat is DDG's cousin, and his baby mama got his ass too. Wow.
Gotcha, bitch.
All right, so that puts a little bit more spin on it.
Gotcha, bitch.
All right, so apparently DDG's cousin is right here. This is his cousin, all right, in the red hat, and his baby mama got him. All right, hey, bro.
Gotcha, bitch.
So even he's like, hey, Kelvin, hey, man, you're not immune to this. I got by my baby mama too, man. Young brothers got to listen. Thank you for that update. Thank you for that update, man. Shout out to Brown, says, not my 4'10" gordita coach. She loves me for me. Shout out to our gorditas. It's been a while since we've seen our gorditas. 4'10" gordita. 4'10" gordita. All right. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Brown. We love them gorditas. All right. I knocked the taco sauce out of her. All right. It looks like that's the end of the show. So I got to get going. I got to celebrate my son's achievement here. We got to get that celebrated. Plus, I got some shit to take care of. Pause. But anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. Appreciate the show. Hit the like button on the way out. Peace.